Hello, hello. Hi. How we doing? I gotta get a little reoriented here. Feet up on the desk. Moving the mic to the lap. Oh yeah. Oh, we're comfy. What's good? What's going on? I want you. I honestly don't think we have anybody in chat right now, but that's okay. That's okay. Um, Let me share to start with that I had to take a little breaky break from work this week. Um, my eye was twitching so bad on Tuesday, nonstop almost. And then that night, I came home and the Chinese food that I ordered leaked all over the front seat of my truck. And I have some car wipes in the back seat behind the driver's seat. So I open that door, grab the wipes, go around to the passenger seat. I wipe up all of the juice. It's just pooling. And apparently, I forgot to close the back driver's seat. Went inside, passed out. I got a call from my landlord, 2 a.m. Phone's going off. I'm like, who the fuck is calling me at 2 in the morning? It's my landlord to tell me that my truck has been broken into. The door is wide open and, I need to come out and fix that. I go out. He closed and locked. He closed the door and locked the vehicle. Thank God. But I go out with my keys. I unlock. I'm looking for everything that I know to be there, and it's all there still. So I call my landlord back, and I was like, "Hey, thanks for locking up. Everything seems to still be there. So likely I just forgot to close the passenger side seat." And he goes, "No, no, no, it wasn't the passenger side. It was the back seat on the driver's side door." And I said, "That's really weird. But, all the doors are closed. Everything's locked now and nothing was taken." So I go back inside, not thinking much of it, and I pass out and I wake up in the morning, Wednesday morning, yesterday, and I start to really think about it, and I'm like, you know what? You know what it is? That's the door that I opened to grab the wipes out of. So yeah, this makes sense. This makes a lot of sense. So I text my landlord and I said, "Hey, just want to let you know that nothing was broken into. I am actively losing my mind is what's going on. Thanks for helping last night. Honest to God, that door would have stayed open all night had you not called or closed it and locked the vehicle. So thank you, legitimately." And then I'm thinking about it on my way into work, and I am at work. I haven't had any caffeine yesterday by the time I got there. And I'm like, you know what? Actually, I don't think I'm well. I don't think I'm doing well. So I go in and I told my boss, "Hey, I'll stay for this meeting at 1:30, hour long meeting, by the way. All department meeting, hour long." He said, "I'll stay for this meeting. But then after that, I think I really need to go home for the rest of the night and for tomorrow. And he's like, what's going on? I was like, well, my eye was twitching really, really bad Tuesday. This was yesterday when I was telling him. My eye was twitching really, really bad. Kind of didn't stop. And then I went home and I left my truck door open all night. And the last time I did something like this, I left the truck running, unattended, in a parking lot across campus from where I work. All day. Very surprised nobody did anything. And if they did, I don't know that they did. But that was also a very high stress time. Last summer wasn't the best, and this summer is also not the best at work. So told my boss that I needed time so that I could go reset, because I had vacation scheduled. That didn't pan out. I instead have to pay for truck repairs. Can't go on vacation when the truck needs new brakes. You know, $1,300. That's not just something I can shell out and still be able to pay for all of my other fun plans. So something's got to give. So my time off and my time away and my trips to go see people, that's not happening. Yeah. So I took yesterday off and I took today off, and I had a pretty decent couple of days. I was walking around town. I took the bus. I went and worked out yesterday and today, you know, getting back into my gym routine. And I went hard because it's been a couple weeks since I have been to the gym, and I need a good reset. So I went hard. And I had some good eats around town. I photosynthesized, which is like above all what I really needed. I'm feeling good. I go back tomorrow and we'll see how all of that goes. I applied for a residence hall director job, and that I got the message today that they were not moving forward with my candidacy, unfortunately. But that's okay. We move forward even still. Anyway, life updates are done. Let's play. That's the scene I need. Okay. Let's test. So I should be hearing things in my headset, and I'm not. Here, filters. You should be monitoring. There we go. Now I can finally hear what y'all hear. Ooh, bitch. Get the fuck out my way. That sneeze got my sinuses. Oh, also, I got a haircut today. Hence stream title. Arboliva ass haircut. It was getting real long on the top and on the sides. So I showed up and I said, I just, you know, like this length is getting a little too unruly. It is getting a little too like just rounded shape. And I don't like that. So I asked him for some off the sides. Well, I asked him for a fade on the sides and then some off the top. And then he asked what I normally take the fade down to, which is to skin, normally. And I was telling him, like, I've had a low fade and I've had a high fade. I don't really have a preference on either. I think the last time I tried a low fade, but well, maybe I am kind of liking the higher fade better, but when it grows out, I don't like it because then this gets kind of long and it's really disproportionate to what's on the side. So he kind of fixed that a little bit, and he specifically said that we are... What I should have asked for was like an undercut, but he did say that we were going to take the top down a lot too, just so that it wasn't quite as too long, too much longer than the sides. So I said, okay, we'll go with that. And he spun me around afterward, and I think this was like the first... He did say, like, oh, we're going to make it look good. And I trusted him. I had no reason not to trust him. But he spun me around afterwards, and honestly, it was like the first time that I had really... Hi, Ghoulish. I was just explaining, I got my hair cut today, and he spun me around, and this was the first time, I think, getting a haircut that I like looked at myself and thought, oh, I don't think that this is what I wanted. So I told him, no, this is great, and then I tipped him 50% because I'm really not confrontational. Really not confrontational. Yeah, the 50%. Yeah, the 50%. He got me. I said, this is great. Thank you. Here's $14. Have a good day. But then after that, I went and I got nachos, and I got a Moscow Mule. And it was a raspberry Moscow Mule. There is just something about vodka, ginger beer, and lime that goes so well together. It is so refreshing. Oh, and mint. A little bit of mint, too. Ooh, can I get you from here? Yeah, I can. Fuck yeah. Had some nachos and a little Moscow Mule. I thought about asking for tequila in it instead of vodka, but I was like, no, I don't want to pay for the charge, the substitution charge that it's going to be. So I'll just take it as it is. And it's got raspberry in it anyway. Like, I'm not normally a vodka person, but like Moscow Mules are where I say it's okay, really. Or are we not? There we go. Thank you. Thank you. We can actually get... I think it's more get it together, Fletchling. We're having some issues being able to lock on to things. Also, welcome to the new save. To orient, we've got Fletchling, Rover the Fletchling. And we've got Boots the Quaxley. Is Fletchling doing his best? I mean, really. Really? Really? Yeah, Boots. Boots the house down, you know? It was either that or it was Gay Duck, but instead of G-A-Y, it was going to be G-E with the apostrophe over it. Can I get up here? Are you actually going to let me? Yeah, you are. Hell yeah. I can get up here anyway. I just have to go a long way. Do you really want to make Fletchling our son? Do you really want to make Fletchling our son? When instead we could have Hammer daughter? Think about it. Think about it. Also, actually, I think I just want to turn background music all the way off. And that way you don't even have to worry about it fighting with Dochi in your ear. That's our daughter. That's our daughter. I am getting a Tinkaton this playthrough. I have yet to use her, and I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her, I'm gonna use her. She's gonna be on the team. Ooh, Flamigo. I don't want you, actually. I don't want you because I've got Boots. Boots the house down, slay, mama. Oh, hey, Tracy, Lish. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Go ahead and click on those channel points for me. Oh, never. God, no. Absolutely not. And just like redeem something, right? And then pop over to the emojis and just like, or emotes, that's what they're called. Pop over to the emotes side and just go ahead and like pop an emote in. Boots the house down, slay mama. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that works, but like, are there not any for my stream? It asked me to pick a color, and I picked a color. And they're very basic. They're just the basic Twitch ones. You don't have it. Hold, please. What do you mean you don't have it unlocked? Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you want to know why? You want to know why? Go ahead, take a guess. Take a guess why. Take a guess. Take a guess. This game is fun. Because you're not a subscriber to my affiliate stream. Hey, what's good? Twitch finally sent me the fucking email. For the longest time, too, I said that I really didn't want to be an affiliate, that I wasn't interested in making money. And I'm not interested in making money. Do not sub. Do not sub. But I figured why not? Let's go for it. I do have to set a follower emote. We'll have to I have to ask somebody first to draft up some emotes for me, but like it's really if I want to make money on it. Um but yeah. She's an affiliate now. Boots the house down, slay, mama. Oh, we can get a Mareep. We can get a Mareep just for you. Just for you. Anyway, so yeah. I don't know. I could set an ASMR stream as a sub goal eventually. There's an ad. Yeah, I got to deal with that now. Welcome back. Also, now you have a star by your name. What's good? What's good? Also, I'm pretty sure you get a founder's badge. Not work reaching out to me. I'm on a 2-day sick leave because I got too stressed. Legitimately. 2-day sick leave because I got. You don't think the founder. I wonder if you only get it if you pay for the sub. I don't know. Either way. Either way. Welcome. Welcome to the first affiliate stream. Now that I actually have somebody in chat that I can celebrate with, I've been sitting on this for a while. Honestly, like the email rolled through a couple weeks ago, not gonna lie. And I took it upon myself. It behooved me. Behooved to take care of it, so. What do you mean you gotta shower? Fine, fine. I'll start playing so that you can go shower, huh? I'll actually generate some content for the people that might actually want to watch and join stream. Weird. Also, I don't think I get Tinkaton until, like, the second ruins in the game, which sucks. Maybe it is a problem. Maybe I really enjoy your presence in chat. You ever think of that? No. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You thought this was a rabbit? Yeah, you thought this was a rabbit? Well, guess what? It's Winnie the fucking Pooh, bitch. Fuck 4th of July. Ghoulish the way that I could be so mean right now, but I'm not going to because I love you very, very, very much. I think my favorite aspect about you've been sweating. Is it hot there? It's supposed to be raining all week, so we've just got high humidity. But because of the rain, we're staying at like 70s, low 80s, you know, nothing too like crazy, crazy. Oh, oh, just an easy triple digit, you know, and that's dry heat too. So that's actually triple digit heat. That's dry as fuck heat out there. Holy hell. What team do I want to run for this? So casual. Love it. So casual. You know what, Flamigo? Get wrecked. I do think that Flamigo should have been a 2-stage and that we should have got a little baby Flamigo. You know, like white fur, can barely walk, baby Flamigo. We should have got it. No promises, but thanks. Don't slip and fall. I swear to God, if you die in that shower, I'm coming for your ass. Consider this. If I have to come to your place and I find you naked in the shower, dead. Na 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 na, these hoes ain't facing me, facing me. Dead to me, dead to me. Dead to me. Nightly, hello. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, babe. Truth be told, oh, speaking of GPU, somebody's got to get a better computer because I cannot deal with the constant flashing on screen for stream. And if I can't deal with it, I know y'all can't. So, truth be told, wasn't gunning for it. And the email did kind of hit a couple weeks ago. And I sat on it for a bit thinking like, do I really want to do this? Do I not want to? So I figured, you know, we'll just go for it for now. It doesn't hurt to go for it for now. And I have set payouts to be manual. So, like, there is no incentive to do anything with this stream other than follow. Like, I will not be collecting on this until I am actually ready to. So, and that's if I ever become ready to. So for now, we get to enjoy the perks of being affiliate, such as channel redemption points, which I still need to figure out. However, when I do, I'm going to have some good ones. Trust. And I am deciding on the one follower emote still. Might have to make it my own creation. Well, we'll see. Yeah. This, somebody say something about what? Unless I haven't been tracking conversation. Oh my God. I think I have a small little hair in my eye. That is the one thing I don't like about haircuts. All the little hairs that just hang around all day long. And they get into like the collars and the cuffs of your clothes. And my problem is that I should have gone to get my hair cut and then gone to the gym so that I could shower, right? And that would have been fine. However, if I went and got my hair cut, then my hair would not have been washed before. And I don't like that. I like going to the hair cutter, the barber, with washed hair. Crazy. Also, Nightly Ghoulish is in chat, but she is lurking. She's a little lurk god today. Oh my god, Rover, you're gonna die. I should not be sending you out anymore. Holy shit. Also, Nightly, to acquaint you with the team, we have Rover the Fletchling, and then Boots the House Down Slay Mama the Quaxley. I cannot wait for this thing to become such a gay duck. Oh, it's gonna be the month of June. The entirety of this. I love this gay ass bird. When they came out with the trailers that had the starters in them, everybody was like, "Oh my god, Weed Cat! Oh my god, Weed Cat!" And then Fuecoco, right? And everybody was like, "Oh, Fuecoco!" Like Fuecoco, arguably the cutest of the three. Arguably, I'll die on a hill for that, right? However, I saw this little gay ass pompadour bird, this little blue-footed booby, and thought, "That's my titty duck." Okay? And you're gonna claw that from the clutches of my cold, dead hands. This is my emotional support titty duck, and you're not taking it from me. And then the final evolutions were released, and I was like, it's a great day to be gay. It's a great day to be gay. Quaxwell is the second stage, and that's the one where it gets like a leotard, and then Quaquavel is the big like gay bird. Like that's the like fuck. What's the oh my god, what's the celebration in Rio? Like the big celebration in Brazil that has the girls with like the big flare, very skimpy clothing and big flare about them. Yes, Carnival. Yes. It's the Carnival duck. Thank you. Thank you. That is yes. Carnival. Oh god. I'm being hunted. The flamingos, they want my ass. You can't catch me, I'm too quick. Quick. Quick with it. I don't know, I think... So I've been trying to play through, like totally separate to all of this, I've been trying to play through all of the games. I'm nuzlocking all of them, so it's like a generation lock. I'm taking the champions and I'm transferring them into the next generation game, right? So I've been doing that. I've got through Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3. I'm playing Gen 4. And, like, there is a very specific... They really nailed the Gen 1 starters, but that's because the mission of them to be sellable was like, you're going to recognize these as things that you can find in your backyard, right? They're classic, like, they in my opinion, hit it right on the nose, right? And then Gen 2 is where I fall off. Gen 2, I'm like... I just don't, I think that in their own right, like they're okay. I wouldn't say that they're anything spectacular, but they're okay. But the problem is that Gen 2 was such a like... Game Freak And Nintendo and Pokemon did not do Gen 2 any favors by including Kanto. Actually, I'll backtrack on that. They did do Johto favors by including Kanto. They did. They made it a very memorable game. Um, I, I think Gen 2 is the one where like you could stick a gun to my head and I don't think I'm gonna pick any of them. Like for me, it's Chikorita, but that's only because Chikorita is the queerest of them. I am not a Cyndaquil supporter. I'm gonna be public about that. Rest in peace to all the Typhlosion lovers out there. Ghoulish, if you're listening, do not come for me. Okay? I love you, but do not come for me. But like I think Meganium was the best that they could do for the Chikorita line, unfortunately. And that is saying a lot because you have Venusaur from Gen 1, and then you have Meganium side by side, and they don't compare at all. Like, Meganium is so simple of a design. It's difficult for you to feel like this is like a big, you know, assistive like partner for yourself because it's so simple and it gets like design outclassed very easily in the rest of Johto. And honestly, same with Feraligatr. It's a very simple design in my opinion. Crocodile, make it blue, stand on two legs so that it has little like terrifying claws. Rah, like, and then it just bites things, right? Like Feraligatr is a very Typhlosion is a very simple design. They went very simple for the Gen 2 starters, and it really lacks that like this is my partner vibe to it. And again, Ghoulish, you're listening in on this right now, and I love you so much. Do not come for me. And then they took the like stopped momentum that they had for Gen 2, and then they released the Gen 3 starters, Sceptile, Blaziken, Swampert. And like the clouds broke, daylight was shining through the heavens, the chorus was singing. I love you. Just remember that. I have to get chapstick. I'll be right back. To dance. Um so and when you talk about like the design cohesion about like the trio that they are, right? Because it's one thing to design individualistically great Pokemon, and like companion starter designs, but you also have to think about like how well they mesh together as a trio because they're going to forever be linked with the other two. Um, they're going to be forever linked within like themselves, right? So that's why I believe that the modality, not modality, the motif of simplicity was carried through in Gen 2. Like, it was meant to be a very, like, simple expansion on the original 151 of Kanto, which I also think, I know, throwing out that SAT word, it wasn't even the correct word to use. I forgot the word intentional today, by the way, so, like, no brain up here. But Johto had a very specific simplicity to it because it was meant to be just an expansion on Kanto. They knew they had success with the 151 and they didn't want to outdo it. They just wanted to expand upon it. Johto feels almost like current age DLC. You know, I go through it. I play Johto, like Heart Gold Soul Silver made strides in making sure that you could actually play the games in accordance with like what was current at the time. Um, but even still, there's so much to Johto that feels like they did not want it to be standalone. They never intended for it to be standalone. It was always meant to be coupled with Kanto. Um, and then Hoenn came along and it literally felt like a breath of fresh air. It was like this reset. It's not coupled with anything. It's a standalone. They have almost a completely new dex without including many old mons in it. Magikarp, Tentacruel, yes. Um, but I like Hoenn comes along and they really brought back what it was that they had with Kanto again. They were still getting interest from all of the Gen 1ers out there. Maybe less so because a lot of people were, viewing Johto as this like just DLC expansion in a way to Kanto, and the simplicity of it and some of the barriers that they put in place to make it difficult when it shouldn't have been. Um, and then they fucking underleveled everything, by the way. Don't like that. Um, and then Sinnoh. Sinnoh felt like they it was very intentional with starter design in the trios. Like that was the first time I felt, looking back on all of it, that they were really trying to recapture what it was in the Gen 1 starters that they had as like cool advanced designs that feel finalized and work well together. They work well individually, but you put all three of them together and like that is some of the best starter design that I have seen in the entire franchise. They're just like, they are filed under classic in my mind, and they came about in 2010, 2009, almost a decade after the initial release. A decade after. No, almost a decade after. To continue, Gen 5. Please, 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 can I get up here? No, you love me so much you're gonna let me get up here. You love me so much you're gonna let me get up here. Come on, come on. Don't fucking do this. Hey, I should have just done that to begin with. Also, to everybody out there that says that Charizard should have been a dragon type, you have no idea how to balance a game then. You cannot out the gate provide somebody with a super, like, you cannot set a difficulty setting according to the partner that you pick. I don't think that would have been an intelligent move if they had given Charizard the dragon type. I'm going to be so honest about that. And I say that chest out on this. Say it full chested. I am a Charizard hater. Named my cat Charizard. Love her. Wish she was still like around. Unfortunately, she's back home. But like, Charizard hater. Gonna be honest. No, Dragon is just resistant against everything but Fairy and itself. So it's like, I don't know. I guess I can understand it from like the standpoint of you have a very difficult early game, but then late game becomes super easy for yourself. And that I don't agree with. Is you're giving the other starters this like easy pass, but then they're gonna get outclassed and fall off. But the like one of 5 fire type mons that you get in that generation, and you're inherently making it, because it can be picked as a starter companion, like main character energy, and you've given it dragon type so that it can just exist late game and still be the best pick ever. Like, everybody would roll into picking Charmander at that point. Everybody would, because as long as you can make it through the early game, which they give you plenty of other encounters to do so with, then you just steamroll the late game with your dragon type. So I fully believe that giving Charizard fire flying was the correct move. They should not pick Charmander. Bulbasaur is the objectively correct pick, not even from a game difficulty standpoint. Like, you're never going to make me not pick Bulbasaur. Sorry. I mean, you're wrong, but that's okay. We don't talk about it. Sunkern. Cute. I didn't even know that you could be encountered on this route. Going to be honest. How does it feel to be you? So, Gen 5. Gen 5, right? Emboar, Superior, and Samurott. They kind of fuckered it. And not from a design perspective, but like Superior and Samurott are single types. Samurott should have been a fighting type. Like, coming out and saying it, should have been a fighting type. If not, should have been a steel type like Empoleon. I'm gonna be honest. The problem is that would be too reminiscent of 4th gen, which was a firefighting starter, and then a water steel starter, and then Superior, you can't make it a ground type, so it wasn't going to be a Torterra remake, and you can't give it dragon type for the exact reason that you cannot give anything dragon type so early on in the game. Or like supposed like eventual godhood into dragon type. It just resists too much, you know? Struggle early game so you have an easy late game. Not a good selling point. They probably could have gotten away with it, being that it was 5 generations in at that point, but not a good selling point. IMO. So they fuckered it. Objectively good designs still, but I think they lost the synergy as a trio there. I look at all of them and they seem like they would be great as individual mons or like better in other pairings, but they don't seem like a solid core trio of partners. And I really wonder why it was that was the selection for starters for the US games, you know, like the US region game. And of course, like you're looking at it like, oh, well, it's a snake, it's a pig, it's an otter. We don't really have wild pigs, but it is certainly a call to, or it's referential to the amount of pig farmers that we have. If you've driven through Nebraska, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you're going to find a lot of gardener snakes, gardener snakes, whatever you call them, in your backyard here. Like, that's a given, you know. Sniping makes sense. We're North America. We have river otters, especially in the mountainous areas. Oshawott makes sense. And Tepig makes sense from the standpoint, again, of like, we have a very active pig farm and pig product production industry. But individually, they make better sense than as a trio. And then Kalos, they really fixed a lot of their vibe by... oh, that's a Ralts. They really fixed a lot of their vibe by ensuring that they brought back. Check my snap. Oh no. He's shrimping. Oh my god, he's shrimping. Look at him. He's shrimping. He's shrimping. Okay, hold up. Is that what he's been doing? He's been a real flycatcher. Oh my god. So then Gen 6. They fixed the trio synergy thing because they took RPG element, like class elements, and they assigned it to all of the final evolutions. So you've got a rogue, you've got a mage, and you've got like a fighter, bruiser, like tank. And inherently they have synergy because they brought forward those design elements, that motif within their design. So they work individually and they work as a trio. And then Gen 7 was truly like they tapped into so much for Gen 7. I don't think I've heard this Dochi song before, sorry. They tapped into so much for Gen 7. And when you look at Incineroar, Decidueye, and Primarina as like a core group, it might not register at first, like what they all have to do with each other or like how the trio of them coexists, I guess is a way to put that. Probably not the best way, but a way. But when you think about like how lore heavy Alola is, and like they stepped away from the gym challenge to do something entirely different. It doesn't necessarily follow the same formula as the rest of the franchise does. And when you look at the recent Gen 6 brought in Megas as the gimmick, which is a form change. Gen 8 brought in Dynamax as the gimmick, which is a form change. And then Gen 9 brought in Terastallization as the gimmick, which is a form change. Gen 7's gimmick of Z-Moves is not a form change. It's accessible to every Mon, right? Like, I mean, yes, everything is accessible to every Mon, but like, some got very special Z-Moves, yes, but it wasn't, you weren't having to like update whatever Mon you're sending out looks like. It was just a matter of if it got a different Z move than the others, you know? So Gen Z was very, very different. And I think that's what that trio shares in specific is you look at them together and you're like, I don't know, like this does have synergy, but in a way that like it breaks away from having design synergy from everything else. Biggest heroes. Maybe because one thing that they were trying to capture with Alola was all of the Pacific Island region. So the United States, I guess like the US centric view of Alola was that it was Hawaii, but actually they brought in like Polynesian and New Zealand history and religious beliefs into it as well. It's not just Hawaii, it's so much more than Hawaii. So it is possible that they were going for very representative forms for the different groups that they were kind of pulling from as muse, but I genuinely believe that the magic of the trio itself resides in when you put them all together, you have this moment where you're like, I don't think I understand it, but then you play through Alola and you see how totally different of a vibe it is, and then you look at them again and you go, no, I do understand it because they are so different. He is a wrestler, but he's a heel. It's to know you, not me. Um, I just think they fill like niches. I don't know. Again, I'm saying the magic in it is that like the magic is the difference. The magic is the almost like anti-synergy that they outwardly possess before you really start to dig into it. No, exactly, exactly. They can be whatever they want to be. And then Gen 8, there have been so many discussions already posted online that video essays that break down the design motif of Gen 8 and what each individual mon represents and like how big those individual sects of entertainment are within UK culture. You have your sports, you have your arts, um, you have your music. Oh, yes, yes, arts isn't performing. It's almost like different performance entertainment modalities. That's a correct way to use modality. Um, so they have that like link between the three of them into as a trio. Galar is very hard for me to get into liking Inteleon or Cinderace because they made Rillaboom too much furry bait in my opinion. And that really, like, unfortunately, I'm a Grookie lover. When they released Grookie, so don't go into work early. How dare you? Why would you even? Why would you even? Why would you? But when they released Rookie and Scorbunny and Sobble, my heart was set on Rookie, no matter what the final evolution was. And unfortunately, I do think that Rillaboom was maybe the weakest of the three. Um, and I think that we were very robbed um, not having dual types in Galar. I, you know, they really wanted to keep it simple and accessible. They're still trying to introduce the new kids on the block into Pokemon and make it, like an easy enough game for them while still trying to do some sort of balance for the older players, because now they've got a gap of like 20-25 years between their target audience. Like it's the Gen 1ers and it's the new kids. And it's very hard to try and balance that. So I understand why they went with single type starters, but I do feel like we got very robbed from it. Um, yeah, the problem with that though is it's like, do you either replace normal Rillaboom with Dynamax Rillaboom, or do you get rid of Thwacky to have Grookey into Rillaboom? Because that's like a Digimon jump there. You know, that's like champion to ultimate form in Digimon. Um, I do appreciate how awkward they made the Galar second stage starters. Salazzle, Raboot, and Thwacky are some of my favorite second stage starters. For as like much trash as I can talk on the final stage, I think they hit the second stage design on the nose in Galar. Oh, it is so good in my opinion. Listen, you're welcome to keep your Witch Fox. I am forever a Chestnut lover and a Greninja hater. If Greninja has no haters, trust that I am dead. I love the rogue aspect that they went with for it. You know, they really made it a. It feels almost like Greninja was like the fan pander. You know, they they wanted people to like Greninja, and then all of the alt, goth, and magic girlies flocked to Fennekin because it's a mage user. And Chestnut just gets short under the stick because, like, the big, bulky, brawny dudes that would be very intrigued by it aren't playing Pokemon. That's not. I mean, if you're gay and you go to the gym religiously because you have body issues, because, you know, the two are synonymous. Um, Thank you, gay community. Then you might be a Chestnut lover, but like the main character energy radiating from Greninja is far too big, in my opinion. No, exactly. But the problem with that is it's the Walmart Katana individuals that play Pokemon, right? Like they're gamers. They're the socially awkward. So you have to give them somebody to root for, and that's fine. I'm just never going to choose Greninja then. Oh, I would say Rillaboom is already DBZ coded. They kind of fixed it a little bit by making the Dynamax form not DBZ coded, but like when you look at Rillaboom, in my opinion, it is very DBZ coded. And the new Koraidon and Miraidon, the new legendaries from Gen 9, like they are very DBZ because you power them up, right? That's their whole, like they have this non-powered form, and then by the end of the game they are fully powered and like fully realized, and they've got aura about them, they've got a fighting stance, you know, like in my opinion they're at the point of doing DBZ stuff. Oh, I don't want to heal you, I want to do this. Stop. I'd love to get an Alolan Raichu. Don't know if that's gonna happen, but I would love to get an Alolan Raichu. I think I have the Pokedex for this area done. I don't think there's anything new that I need to... Well, there might be a rogue Jigglypuff that I can encounter. One thing I will say, I am kind of I am appreciating the direction that they're taking with the starter designs about how they have very individually appealing routes for themselves. What's up here? Hello? What is you? That they have individually appealing routes for themselves. Like they're trying to find trios that you can still have individual designs for. So the Gen 6 really kicking this off with the different RPG classes, and then the problem is that I can't just like off the top of my head look at Gen 7 and know what they were going for, but Gen 8 is like so clear. It's so staunchly clear. And Gen 9 as well. They, you know, following a lot of the like flashy festival celebratory culture in Spain, all of the starters individually do help to support that. So you can look at Meowscarada with its magician motif. It's like non-mage but still magical design and like move pool, you know. And then Firecroc. What is it? What's the Firecroc? Oh my god. Fuecoco into Crocolore into... Right? Like... Fuecoco into Crocolore into... Thank you, Skeledirge. And it's even in the name, Dirge, right? Like, it was always meant to be... You look at Torch Song, and it pulls up a whole fucking mic to sing into, right? Like, going into the musical performances, and the, like... Not to dig into Hispanic culture, but, like, Dia de los Muertos, and... it being this like celebratory aspect of what it means to have passed on and still have lineage that like knows you, knows your story, and feels proud of that. And the Carnival, like the flashy, I do think that they went maybe a little bit like more Brazil coded, and maybe that's what Paldea is realistically is. They took Spain, Latin America, and Southern America and maybe combined them, because there are in some ways like they are kind of pulling from the differences in culture among Spanish speakers. Because Spain is not Latin America, is not Southern America, and like specifically Brazil, right? But I do think that they meshed it well together, and having Spain as like the heart of it, which, you know, calls to a lot of what Spain has in history anyway. Conquistadors. Not gonna touch that one. That being said, I do think I I love Quackquavel. Love Quackquavel. Still think it should have been a pirate duck. I understand why they didn't go pirate duck. Again, not touching the conquistadors thing. I understand why they didn't go pirate duck. Do you love how we're an hour into stream and I'm not even through the tutorial yet? And mind you, we didn't start stream from point zero. Like, we started a little bit through the tutorial as well. That's how much I have stopped to just talk about shit. Also, Nightly, I don't know if you are well versed in the men of the Paldea region, but I would love to be well versed with the men in the Paldea region. Oh, Hapina. Did I say Hapini? Oh, yikes. When you say doesn't sound like anything to you, like it's not your cup of tea? You know, like it's not the game that you yourself would play? Because I can understand that. And now my entire, like, 9-generation rant feels like overkill. Ghoulish, that's a you problem. Gonna be honest. Well, let me tell ya, the models that they made for the men in this game, they're kind of good. I do think that they aged a lot of them, like, down. They almost feel like they might have been going for middle-aged models at some points, you know, but they didn't. For a lot of the, like, pretty boy models, they feel almost like they're all in their 20s. Like, they really wanted gay men to walk around this area thinking, like, all of these people are fuckable. Which, you know, would, absolutely. I just kind of don't agree that the most fuckable models they made should all be, like, aged 20, 25, 26, you know? Don't hurt me, Hapini. How dare you? Me. How was Chili's? Did y'all get triple dippers? And if you say no, I'm banning you. Hold, please. I may or may not be wearing short shorts, so This is going to be something for stream. Absolutely. Don't worry. There was never any chance that y'all could see up the skirt. They got a brief liner, so the goods were always contained. You rescind your eyes? You can't be doing that. Well, honestly, I thought that you were going to be able to see more thigh than you got. So, so you got triple dippers and fajitas. Did somebody have a birthday? I haven't told y'all my Chili's birthday story, which is now a Chili's birthday story times 2. Okay? This is insane that it's happened to me twice. Ugh. We heard someone have a birthday. It's like Chili's and Red Lobster, I feel, are the 2 restaurants that you go to have a birthday at. Which means that I just need to stop going to fucking Chili's during my birthday month. It needs to stop happening. And I guess I shouldn't say during my birthday month, but I should be saying, like, I need to stop going the week of my birthday. Okay? So, Chili's story number 1 happened summer of 2016. Ooh, love that. Love that. It is 2016. Okay? I am living with my dad, sleeping on his couch because he lives in a 1-bedroom apartment in Colorado. I'm living with my dad for this summer. I feel God in this Chili's tonight. I love that meme. I very specifically always request that my family and my friends, we just don't celebrate my birthday. It's not something that I enjoy celebrating. There have been, I have been I have had my ear talked off about what it means to not allow my friends to celebrate my birthday, and like, we've gone round and round on this, and I'm very firm on not celebrating my birthday. And Ghoulish can confirm. Oh no, I passed a Strudel, and I didn't do that for the Pokedex yet. Sorry, hang on. We have to go find a Strudel, because I need that for the Pokedex. Oh my god, there you are. I see you. I'm going to hunt you down. Yes. Okay. Anyway. I'm with my dad, and he wants to take me out to dinner for my birthday. He's like very adamant that he's going to at least do something, so we agreed that we could go out for dinner. I was really invested in Chili's smothered burritos at the time. Rest in peace to those. They need to bring them back expeditiously. Chili's, if you're watching this, put me in charge of your menu. I swear to God, you'll have lines out the door every night. Bring back the smothered burrito. Anyway. So I chose Chili's. And we go to the restaurant. It's my dad, my dad's girlfriend, and me sitting in a booth. In our section, I have to pause for this. In our section, there's us in the back right. There's a group off to the left, kind of further back than us, and they're a large table, I think like 8 to 12 people type thing. There's a table next to us, which again is a larger table, but I think they're like 5 or 6. And then there's a table in front of us, which is 4 people. Okay? There's 4 tables in this section. four groups, four parties in this section. We are opposite side of the restaurant from everybody else, quite literally opposite side from everybody else. I don't know why. That's just where this one particular server had their section, was the far side of the restaurant. Okay. So we're sat, the three of us, table of 4, table of 5 to 6, table of 8 to 12, right? And I had made it very clear that I do not want my birthday celebrated. No free dessert. I don't want the clapping, the singing, none of it, right? So we get about 20 minutes in, and I hear clapping coming from the kitchen. And then one of the servers calls out for like all of the other servers to gather around. And then the conga line comes out of the kitchen and comes to our section. Okay. I am beet red. I am beet red. Also, we have not gotten our food yet. So like, should I have been worried? Not in the slightest. Thanks, Nightly. Squid, I'm going to let you believe it's today. Anyway. So we haven't even gotten our food. I should not have been worried, but here I am, like sweating bullets in this booth, thinking that they are coming and bringing a free dessert to my table. Okay, again, we have not even gotten our food yet. We ran your credit card and connected with dark market data brokers and found out it's your birthday. Okay, well, can they fix... Hello? Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. No, because I hadn't had a chance yet to explain about what I set up. Fuck you. Thank you, fuck you. We're gonna take a little break from the chili story. I did not set up automatic payouts with Twitch, so everything is going to sit until I say that I get it paid out. And I specifically did that so that there was not an incentive to subscribe. I am not interested in making money off of Twitch right now. The email, you like that, Foxy? The email, I actually got the email a couple weeks ago. I lied to you guys, not gonna lie. I lied to you guys. I had affiliate the last time. I just hadn't activated it yet. And I was like, oh, haha, I wonder when the email's gonna come in. It was in my inbox the whole time. I know it's a Prime sub, but still. Anyway, so what I want to do is get really good channel point redemptions and then one really good follower emote. And that way it takes the pressure off of subscribing. Like, I'm not even going to set up like sub emotes. I'm going to keep it the pretty standard one for now until I like really feel motivated to make money off of Twitch. So thank you for the sub, but also there is no incentive. So do not give me your money. Also, Squid and Foxy, I give you money every month. I sub to both of you every month. Please do not give that money back to me. Okay, back to Chili's story. They come out of the kitchen, they come around to our section, which again, far side of the restaurant where there is no other, like, we are the only 4 tables on this side of the restaurant. So they come to our section, they go to the party behind us, that group of like 8 to 12. But it's not free for you because you're paying for Amazon Prime. So like either way, you're giving Daddy Bezos money. But again, thank you. See, Squid has a founder's badge, but I gifted a sub to Ghoulish earlier, and Ghoulish doesn't have a founder's badge. Is it because I gifted the sub instead of Ghoulish buying it herself? I don't know. Anyway. Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him. we He'll change the password. Nobody tell him. Hell yes. Keep it that way. Okay, anyway. So they come around to our section. They go to the table of like 8 to 12 people, right? That's fine. They do their little song and dance. I mean, he was using it for you. There were a couple times that he would pop into your streams, which, ugh, that was the whole thing. I'm glad he's behind us. That's what I'll say about it now. We get our dinner, and oh, he is starved for you. We get our dinner, and then Dad says that he needs to go to the bathroom. And I'm not thinking anything about this, right? Because I probably shouldn't trust my father, to be honest, but I do. He gets up, he goes, uses the bathroom. He comes back in a normal amount of time, so there's no red flags. Nothing is going off, right? And as soon as he gets sat down, you know, like maybe a couple minutes after, the clapping starts again. And I look at my father, death stare him down from across the table, and go, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "You didn't go to the bathroom, did you? I thought I watched you walk right into the restroom right there, but I guess my eyes have deceived me. Because you were off cavorting about with the server." And he's like, "I have no idea what you're talking about. I haven't done anything." And I'm like, I guess we'll see. So the clapping gets louder, and again, the conga line comes out from the kitchen, comes around to our section. So this is time number 2 now. And they hit the table in front of us with 4 people. Okay? Yes, thank you, Foxy. You get it. You get it. For the girls that girl, you know? So, sorry, I cracked myself up. Oh, what if I made my follower emote? I don't know if your follower emote can be animated though, but what if I made my follower emote the like giggle face one? That's a Pachirisu. No, stop climbing the tree. I need you for my Pokedex. Anyway, they go to the table of 4 that's in front of us. Okay? And I like audibly exhale. I'm starting to get stressed, and I need to not be stressed because it's a birthday dinner. Like, okay, well, I'll figure out something one day. Anyway, I am stressed more in the Mean Girl Squad. We do. Squid, you also need a laughing, a little giggle emote. Maybe some Davy Jones, like, tentacle curling to cover the mouth, you know? Anyway. Is that Pachirisu still up there? Because I honestly might switch out this Pichu for a Pachirisu. Not gonna lie. Thank you, Foxy. You get it. Anyway, so, they hit the table in front of us. I exhale, and we go back to eating. Okay? 5 minutes go by. Oh, what do you mean you're not girl enough? What do you mean you're not girl enough? Moving on. 5 minutes go by, and there's more clapping. And I'm, again, death staring everybody at this table. Like, are you fucking kidding me? What is going on? So, again, the conga line comes out of the kitchen, comes over to our section, and gets the table catty corner to us of like 5 to 6 people. And again, I am visibly stressed, right? I audibly exhale. I'm just trying to enjoy my dinner. I was promised a smothered burrito from Chili's. I'm trying to enjoy my smothered burrito from Chili's. It's not going great. And our server, bless her heart, they finish, and she comes over to our table and goes, you know, you have seemed very off-put the last 3 times we've done this. Is there a reason for that? I'm bright red, okay? Like the color of a tomato at this point. And my dad goes, oh yeah, it's his birthday in 2 days. And she goes, really? And starts clapping and calls everybody back so that they can come sing to me as well. I'm feeling stressed just remembering. Like, I had to go through this 3 separate times. And again, this, like, I don't blame the server. She had no way of knowing that I didn't want this. Maybe she could read a room a little better, I will say. But, like, bless her heart. Genuinely bless her heart. Not the... Oh, no. I did take my dad out back and I shot him. I will say that much. Okay, but like, what if the mascot for Red Lobster showed up at your table with like the basket of Cheddar Bay biscuits? Like, would that be okay? Why are we pretending this is normal and fine? No, thank you, Squid. Yes. Why is he hiding? Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to, okay? It's Lovecraftian in spirit, actually. He has to hide because otherwise you end up with like 1 level of dread. And then you actively need to move away from it, from the source. Anyway, so that's the Chili's #1 story, okay? Chili's #1 story. Smothered burrito was great, by the way. When I actually finally had the chance to eat it in peace and like not have to worry, and we had a good laugh about it. Like after they were done singing, I told their server like, "Hey, thanks. You know, like you did your job really well. I super appreciate it. I specifically didn't want anybody to sing to me though. I was trying to go under the radar today." And she goes just bright red. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know." I was like, "I know, it's okay. Like, it's really okay." And then we all had a laugh. The entire section had a laugh about the amount of times that they visited our section that night for birthdays. And again, we're over here, this side of the restaurant, no other tables. Everybody else is over on the opposite side, and no birthdays over there. None. We are the only ones with birthdays. That is like there are some things in life that are so serendipitous, and unfortunately that is one of them. Um Chili's number 2 story then, and the devil laughs. Isn't that from the video where she's talking about the monster, the monster energy drink, and she like you tip it upside down and the devil laughs. Chili's number 2 story happened this year. I went to Chili's around my birthday. Unfortunately, do I want to switch Pichu out for this Pachirisu? I've been actively having this debate in my head the entire time I've been telling this story, by the way, and I have not made a decision yet. Um, it's I think that video is very educational in the sense of like you need to watch it to arm yourself against the crazy that's out there. Legitimately. Um Anyway, I went to Chili's around my birthday again this year. Stupid. I went with a friend who has a birthday around the same time I do. So I thought that we were like in agreement on this. Like, we're not telling anybody. We don't want anybody visiting our table to like clap and sing to us. Like, that's not happening because both of us would die of embarrassment. That's the customer service training. That's the training video right there. And we get about halfway through our meal, and Marcus had slipped away to the bathroom at one point. So we get about halfway through our meal, and the clapping starts in the kitchen, and I death stare Marcus down, and God bless this man, because I death stare him. And he is looking at me in utter shock. Like, what the fuck did I do wrong, right? And I'm not letting this man out easy. He has a lot of explaining to do, because why am I hearing clapping from the kitchen? Why is somebody about to come to our table and sing happy birthday to me? And Marcus does not know about my chili story, which makes it a lot more funny. Yes, that's what it is. I knew there was a 666 tie in there. I wasn't sure what it was. Also, you the white Christian nationalists of the United States are one of the worst hate groups to exist, and I'm not one for genocide, right? And I'm not one for like the eradication of a people just because they have like actively hateful views. That being said, the white Christian nationalists of the United States, the rapture needs to happen tomorrow. And all of them are going to get left behind. All of them. All of them. And I need that. I need that. My heart needs that. And I don't care if I get left behind. Lord knows I'm not going to heaven. But I don't care if I get left behind with them. I need them all to realize that when they get left behind, they fucked up. Unfortunately, I don't even think the rapture is going to teach them. Okay, McScarin. Or should I say McSquarin? Exactly. They'll come up with some new, like, oh, there's a third coming of Christ, actually, and that's the one that we all need to be preparing for. Like, the second coming was what you all said was what we needed to prepare for. The second coming. However, they could do a whole like new version of the Book of Mormon. You know, let's just write scripture to write scripture and then claim it as our own little religion. Oh my god. I found these plates of brass in my backyard in fucking upstate New York. Anyway. That man deserves to die. And it's a good thing you do hear some BB no money. That man does not deserve to die. But that man deserves to die. And it's a good thing that we are talking in code. Because this could be about anybody. The FBI can't come for me because I'm not saying the specific words that are illegal. So, Chili's. Clapping from the kitchen. I'm death staring Marcus, right? This man, this like 5'2" man across from me, just scared out of his mind because I am death staring him. Clapping from the kitchen. And they come around to our, like, we're sat in the middle. We're sat in the middle of the restaurant, but they come down our path and then they split and they go to somebody else. And after that, again, I audibly breathed out Mario of the popular GBA title Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Is that his name, Mario? So does that make Luigi Mario since they're brothers? Or is Luigi? Anyway. I audibly exhale, I breathe out, and oh, he's Luigi Mario. Okay. Rest in peace, Luigi Mario. Rest in peace. Long live Luigi Mangione, though. Oh my god. That man needs out of prison. Free him. Free him immediately, expeditiously. So then I have to relay to Marcus my Chili's story. And we have a good laugh about it because like we were almost able to recreate the Chili story again. So arguably Chili story number 2 is not as good as Chili story number 1, but Chili story number 2 is still like it's the nail in the coffin of why I will no longer be going to Chili's around my birthday. I cannot. My stress levels cannot actively take this any longer. We're done. No more Chili's. Are you suggesting that I'm going to go to Chili's in the year 2038 around my birthday? That's not happening. It's not happening. Also, I guess now that I can actually make money off of stream, no more free product placement. So, welcome to the unbranded stream from now on until somebody decides to sponsor me. Wait, I don't need to go back to the Pokemon Center. I've been playing too much of old school Pokemon. Okay, real talk. Oh, yeah. I do want to turn those off. That is the one thing that I regret about actually doing affiliate is like I can't turn ads off, which I think is so dumb. So stupid. I need to fix and get an ads manager doc going. Which I don't think that I can just do on OBS. I think I have to have that set up with Stream Manager on Twitch specifically. Um, y'all let me know when you go into an ad, by the way. I'll take a break. You know, I won't do gameplay. I won't progress conversation. I'll take a break just so that you're not missing content. If I could turn off ads, I would. Also, oh, how are you in an ad? Don't. Don't start. Okay, set it to 3 minutes to disable pre-rolls. You wouldn't ban a founder, would you? Do you want to test that? 3 minutes to disable pre-rolls, but they can be set to 0.5 minutes. Yeah, I think I set it to 30-second ads. I think I set it to like the least amount possible, but that does mean that you get more throughout. I shouldn't say more, but like you're still going to get the same amount of ad time. It's just a matter of if you're like knocking it all out in one go or like small chunks. Hello? You better be disabling. You better be disabling getting blasted with a pre-roll, which is baffling to me that they're even still there. Because see, the problem is that it doesn't matter the amount of disengagement rate that they're able to track or not track, and if they're even paying attention to it. Because what matters is that they're still running the ad. They're making money. It truly it can be pennies, but they're still making so many pennies across the entire platform. Samisa deserves your prime more than I do. Samisa deserves shout out Samisa. Actually, I think I need to do the full shout out Samisa. Oh no, it needs to be there. There it is. Good luck getting any chat commands to go through. I don't have the bot set up any longer. So I cannot stop thinking BB knows or BB knows. No, we're not setting up the bot. Maybe another day when I can like really delve into what I want stream to be set up as and like branding and things like that. But right now, I was on the ship first when BB No Money was like first growing as an artist. I was believing that it was BB No Dollar Sign, and then was very unsure of how to pronounce it and like why an artist would name themselves that. But understanding the platform and the character that BB No Money is now, like the performer and the entertainer, it makes sense. It's a good, just like Young Gravy misspelling young and just dropping the O entirely, like that makes sense for Young Gravy. I don't think I have. One day I want a copy of all Queenie's most popular voice commands and quietly. I think it would be funny if you kept them in until she noticed. Like until she actually commented on it in chat. Not just like oh, that's a funny command, but like actually you made it through like 3 different ones. And then where she was like, okay, wait. Are you like just stealing my voice commands? My sound bites? Well, I will say, Nightly, that I would also have to be listening to vaporwave artists, and I am definitely not doing that. I am getting really into Rally House though right now, and I will say there was. We'll take the headphones off for this one right now, but I was in the chair today, and he spun me around, and I was looking at the haircut, and he had it like, I don't even know if my hair is going to cooperate because it might be a little too fluffy for this. But sorry, hold please. He had it pushed forward like this, and like the bangs were like tamped down. It was also wet, so that helps. But like, like this. And for a second, I saw my British ancestors looking back at me, right? Like, I have now earned the right to say bruv. And getting into Rally House recently, like, I fear we are regressing. Are you saying Rally question mark because you've never listened to Rally House? Or oh, okay, yeah. What is Rally House? They were about to give you a Tiki Torch coupon. No, that was such a good one. Oh my god. Okay, that one that one took me out. Oh, that one took me out. Okay. Hang on. I'm doing a tone shift and we're putting on a Rally House playlist. Well, this happens to be the track titled Rally House as well, so when you look up Rally House on Spotify, this is the first thing you're getting. Oh, I do you thank you. Exactly. Like, you know, and then Death Drop. Um Foxy, what genre would Susan be into? What's her Spotify Wrapped look like? Also, I've made the executive decision. I'm benching Pachirisu. I know, I know. Haters in the comments. I know. Very cunty. Bardcore. Ooh, but is it like she listened to like Megan the Stallion and Nicki Minaj Bardcore? Or is she like the actual Gregorian chants of the 1400s, you know? I remember the Bardcore streams. I remember the Bardcore streams. I need a Party for You Bardcore cover. I only threw this Bardcore for you. Only threw this Bardcore for you, for you, for you, you know? But it's actually just a liar the whole time. More microwave covers. So true. Also, another very fuckable man in Scarlet and Violet that is yet 26 at max. Like, they really did not make the fuckable men older than 30. This is a travesty. I love the early streams. I gotta be honest. And I'm not saying, like, I hate the direction you're going in now. I love the direction you're going in now. I also, like, there is a very dear place in my heart for the early streams. Is how many kids he has? How many jobs? Oh no. So, how many kids does he have? Should I even be asking? Do I want to know? Look at all these little scamps down here. Is he a middle-aged divorcee, or is he like a young 20s, like, has a baby mama situation? Drinking too much and he had a beer belly, so he was gonna start eating healthier. Then they split up and now he doesn't have to worry about it. Oh, oh. uh, Beware the men that say I don't have to worry about it just because I'm not in a relationship. Not good. Not good. Also, Nightly, this is a very popular. I think this is like one of the rally house songs that went very viral just as a sound for like reels and TikToks and things. Foxy, unfortunately, that man was hitting on you. He was thinking baby mama number two in my sights. Sir, this is a Chili's. Very real, Squid. The options they give you for the triple dipper, I was like, I was not prepared, actually. It took me 15 minutes to order. Takio Ishino, spin out. Okay, hold please. It is. It is here. Let me add to queue. Oh, see, that's also super red flag from a server. Super red flag from a server. You can be lonely and you can use your tables as socialization, but like you can't let them know that you're doing that. It's not good. Okay, do we think we're finally ready to take on Nemona? Oh, no, I need to heal up Pichu. Wait! An old guy stare at my... Oh, gross. Why are men? That's really disturbing. I'm so sorry. No, never. Never. No. Why are men? Why are men? Okay, you shouldn't have to be used to it. And I know you know this. I know you know this. I'm not saying anything like groundbreaking or new. It just... I have a hair stuck in my eye, by the way. I could feel it. It's not even an excuse. They could actually be looking at cool art. Like, away from your body. They could just be doing that. Not even an excuse. There is a better option. Ugh. Oi. That hurt. How fucking dare? No, Squid's right on that one. Yeah, that's fucking right, Coco. You get paralyzed, bitch. Okay, well, if she wants to, like, live in my eye, then she's gotta pay rent. Okay? I'm being so dead serious about that. She's gotta pay rent. Also, I know, I sent out I sent out Pichu, and then I tail whipped, and then I used Swift, which is... Oh, I don't have... That's right, I don't have... Also, your Pommy is level 9. Ooh, I'm way over leveled. Anyway, if she's gonna be in my eye, she gotta pay rent, okay? It's not cheap to live here. I need at least $100 every month. And if she can't do that, she's gotta go get a job, which means that she's gotta get out of my fucking eye. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. Thundershock might take me out, though. Hell yeah, we're good. We're fine. We're gonna live. We're gonna make it. Also, Nightly, this song is a vibe. It's a vibe. One of these days, when I have a good computer, I can actually play games with y'all. Or we can play a really fucked up version of Mario Party on the old NES system for Switch. I did almost go out and drop money on a Switch 2 today just so I would have access to the old GameCube games. She's exercising restraint. She's able to say no ma'am, but like almost. Cult classic musical named Repo. Okay. Denki Groove, Music Act He's in, and Shibuya Kai. Okay. I don't think I'm familiar with a musical named Repo. Are you... Paris Hilton provided the entire wardrobe. It starts... Nope. Sorry. For a second I thought you were trying to talk about Rent. You know, that's a musical I do know. Emo and cringe gays and gals. Am I not a cringe gay? I mean, does the Grooky plush behind me not scream cringe? Nightly, that hurts. These were gifts from Ghoulish. I don't know it, unfortunately. I guess I'm gonna look it up now. However, this is how I know I'm a cringe gay. I restarted Bridgerton. I'm watching Bridgerton again. That's okay, Nightly. You didn't know. But, yeah, Madagascar Sunset Moth, and then I have a blue Morpho here as well. Let me grab that. Yeah. Look at it. YouTuber Beauty Guru. There we go. It's a guilty pleasure. Oh, we can do a repo watch party then, for sure. For sure, for sure. You want to talk about a real guilty pleasure that I love to watch every now and then? That is also kind of gory. Heathers. And unfortunately, they haven't released, like, a decent musical for it yet. They have Heathers the musical on Broadway, but they haven't done a, like, recorded production of it. But the 1980s version of Heathers, that one will forever live in my heart. Forever live in my heart. Squid, what were your thoughts? It really is so good. It's so good. And like, she walks out of the school, cigarette hanging out. She lights it on the explosion. It's so good. Fashion house music is a cheat code. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think that it really was insane for the time, because you also have to understand that you had, well, I mean, you do already know, you had the Satanic Panic, you had like the large movement of Christianity, and like the 80s was really just them um setting up the anti-Satanism, you know, like the Christian religious rhetoric. Um, we all know about the breakdown analysis of Friday the 13th, and all of them, all of the pairings that started to have sex were the ones that were dying. Like, they were the ones that got killed. So very, very actively putting this like, stop having sex before marriage, because then if you do, you'll die type of messaging. Foxy, I could try to put something together and like give that to you if you'd like. Should we buy? I know what we're buying. We're buying fucking Chacos. Also, Nightly, if you watch a lot of the cult classics, they are so, like, there's so many undertones of religious subtext in there. The way that they villainize very specific behaviors, like the characterizations of the antagonists, the characterizations of the protagonists, you know, they might not be directly religious, but do they live their lives to where you can very easily apply religion to it and it makes sense, you know? So Squid got me. Oh, well, Squiddy, I could also do with some custom made playlists. Just saying. There's not a single horny teen that watched that movie and unironically thought, no, we can have sex. What if we die? Seriously though, like, that's what they thought was going to happen. All of the filmmakers were like, yes, this will be great subliminal messaging. We will directly be influencing the amount of teen sex and teen pregnancy and like stopping it in its tracks. When in actuality, you're not doing that. You're I feel like it almost had the exact effect that the Hannah Baker scene in 13 Reasons Why did. They put it out there to be educational, and so that you would take what they believed to be the intended outtake from it, or outcome of like, this is bad, don't do this, and instead it like almost put it up on a pedestal and glorified it. You can't tell a macabre teenager that they're gonna die if they have sex. Half of them want to die anyway. They might as well go out having fun. Okay. You don't... You don't have the shoes that I want. Damn it. I need to go knock out some gyms, I guess, because then I can buy the shoes that I want to buy. So who else loves how we're 2 hours into stream and we still haven't made it through the tutorial? I am so not doing good. I've been really vibing with chat tonight. We have not been making progress on this game, which is fine because I don't intend to turn this one into a series. Sorry, Penny, get fucked. Nor? Nor? They took away good puss? I still have it. Cue it up. We're gonna listen to it. Because I still have it. I mean, I queued up the cupcake feature, but also the other one was available. It's not grayed out like it normally would be. That is one thing. If they have it in their... If Spotify previously had it and you had added it to a library and then they made it unavailable for whatever licensing reason, it would at least show up. It's just be grayed out, but like... It's fully available. Not sure what's going on with your Spotify, but I'm different. Oh, you spell gray with an A? I am judging you based off of that. I might be a little too close to using the ban hammer on you for that spelling. That was an assault on the eyes. This is why the only surefire way to keep track of playlists remains to have a little text file. Exactly. Exactly. You gotta offload it onto some other, like, streaming thing. If it's... Usually if it's a name, it will be spelled with an E. I think it just has something to do with like how dated the last name is, and also like what time the rise and use of the first name Gray came about. It's usually spelled with an E. It's very rare that you're finding anybody that spells Gray in a name with A. That said, I cannot be arsed to do that for more than one playlist. Yeah, I haven't even done it once, gonna be honest. Nothing of mine has been offloaded to something else. I have playlists from like 2012 in my Spotify right now. And, well, realistically, like 2014. And I don't think that they deserve the treatment of existing off of Spotify. I think they should be there and they should stay there. Probably should be deleted. Oh, yes, you're right. You're right. You can save access to the web page, and then you just have that playlist. You're right. Ouch, young goose. That hurt. Don't like that. Um, you know, I don't know why I never thought about screen recording the audio of like a YouTube playlist. It makes sense because then you would just have access to that forever. But something inside of me says that that's maybe a little too illegal and that I would, like, the feds would get me for that. Yeah. Spotify very specifically. Oh, that's right. They gave me the Terra Orb and I was supposed to use it. Get fucked. Spotify very specifically sets it up so that you cannot do much with their platform outside of their software. I think I have links okay for VIP and mods. I don't think just anybody has access to links. So consider yourself loved. I will give that a listen later. But thank you. I got a custom playlist. What's good? Oh, I'll toss it in my pants. Sorry. Sorry. We're good. We're back. It's not a custom one? Am I not worth the effort? I'd rather you just tell me now. Oh, wait. There is a rally song that I have had on repeat a lot recently. Can't believe that I would do this. Add to queue. There we go. Oh, well, it is still a custom playlist then. Apps, websites with login to Spotify, though, backup ones, stats, and fun ones. Yeah. Although I don't know that you could, like, I don't think using those third party or the API stuff allows you to, like, cache your. Well, I guess you could set up an API that would cache your current song library and playlists and things like that. But I guess I just am not using them if they exist. This one showed up as a recent release on my homepage, and the minute I clicked play, I was sold on it. And it's got the wub wubs. So fucking good. How convenient is it that out of this very full classroom, there just happens to be one empty seat for you, the main character? Also, I have to say this. Ida's hair scares me. I don't know why they chose this hairstyle for her model. I just... Her hair is a little too straight. I will say it's got waves in it, but like they're also contoured waves. They go with the flow of her body. Like, you know, they wave at the shoulder specifically, which makes me feel a lot more like they intended for her hair to actually rest against her body, but just were very bad at rendering that correct. There are a couple, now that I like really think about it, most of the longer hairstyles in this game, they did try to keep off of your body. I wonder if it's because they just had issues with rendering it. But in my opinion, if they wanted to have that voluminous hair look about her, then they should have done like good curly hair, then long like ringlets in her hair, because that would naturally add volume and it would look a lot better. But then again, you'd have to actually render that. So I don't know. Right, the liquid walls in this game is enough. Foxy, you have to clean out the attic at work? Sorry, I'm calling back to that. You have to clean out the attic at work? Disgusting. I was largely okay with the bad tree rendering in Sword and Shield. It's half attic, half shipping gallery storage. Oh. Oh. So a lot of it has just been like furloughed stuff until a day that they actually feel like working on it. No bueno. Um, like glass pieces or like hangable wall art type stuff. Backfill for online orders or to put in the gallery. Yeah, okay, okay. Have they just been like dumping box after box up there then? Because if all of it is actual catalog, cataloged items. There we go. Um, I guess I should say if all of it has been placed up there with the intention for it to get sold at some point. Yeah, catalog. Um, but if all of it has been placed up there with the intention that it would get sold at some point, I don't understand why then it wouldn't have been. I do understand why it wouldn't have been organized because somebody was like, this isn't my fucking problem. But like, it just feels to me like that would be a very simple inventory storage space. Like, you keep some organization about it because in case you do need to fill the shelves, you know where to look to fill the shelves. But, I mean, here you are doing the gallery manager's job. Like you've kind of been doing. I mean, if it's 2025 and Foxy is having to put together a catalog for some of their pieces, no, nothing about that business is organized then. Oh, that is one thing. I very regularly have an issue with it being 2025 and like, yes, new things start up all the time, or like directors or upper level management comes in and like just takes a fucking bomb to how things were set up and organized and like the resources that existed beforehand in pursuit of like new innovative ways of doing things like operations and whatnot. But like, it's 2025 and we still don't have good playbooks of how to set up resources, or like people are just very ignorant to what's out there about how to run successful business and what it takes to run successful business and the upkeep and the maintenance for that and how to properly delegate to ensure that you're maintaining proper business. It just uh it's really affecting my work. Hi Vante. Um it's just really affecting my work. I like catch myself very often saying like it's 2025. How has this not been done by anybody before me? Right? I come in, I don't have a degree. I don't have any experience in the job that I work in. I have like tangential, like I've done other management jobs, but not a management job for like the fitness industry before. Um, Prepping awards. I'll give it a look in a bit. But I haven't done like management job in the fitness industry. But like I get requests from my boss is several of them to like I don't know. I recently had to redo all of the like the binder of all of our reference materials and like the job aid graphics. And it really just hit me like, damn, none of this was set up properly. How is it 2025? Like, we made it this far on shit that is not done correctly. Anyway, yeah, you did kind of arrive mid rant, but that's, I would honestly say that that is my brand at this point, is just ranting. Welcome to a pug stream. Foxy, I will let you know that you can never do anything wrong, ever, okay? Even if it is your mess, you're not wrong for it. Oh, I really love the produce shipper containers that are being used for storage. You know, looking at this, actually, now I can understand a little bit why it is disorganized. Y'all don't have proper shelving for this. You need at least two more good shelving units, like the ones that are on the left in the photo. And you need to run them down the middle. I don't know where exactly the access to that room is or if there are multiple access points, but like from at least the main access, you need to have a split design where you go along the outside to actually get, and then you have rows of things in the middle. It's the bloodline of our business. Hey, those organic cucumber boxes, they're holding shit down, okay? They're load bearing. Where do I need to go? Where do I need to go? I've not been paying attention. No, I'm not interested in any classes. I need to go see the director. Oh, agreed. Agreed. And it, like, it provides just enough stability on the sides, you know? Because if it was like a full box, you'd be too inclined to, like, set multiple pieces on top of each other, and you can't have that when you're working with glass. Also, hi Devante. We are almost 3 hours into stream and I'm still not done with tutorial. I have been sitting here talking to chat way too much. I unfortunately did not get the game with Professor Hottie McHotterton. I did get the game with Professor Hottie McHotterton, woman version, but not Professor Hottie McHotterton, man version. Some sups. Don't choke. Thing that is wild to me, they didn't put Scolipede in this game. They took away my fave, my goat, my love. They said maybe next generation. Rude. Oh my god, I just want to play the game, please. Like you didn't get the first Snapchat about it. I was saying earlier, headphones off again for this. I was saying earlier that I was in the chair and the dude spun me around. I don't know if my hair is actually going to comply. But the dude spun me around and my bangs were down. I think they're a little too parted right now. But he spun me around and I had everything down like this, right? Like tamped down and it was wet. And then I looked at the sides and this is the first time that I have like truly seen the British heritage, like my ancestors looking back at me. Like I can now legally say bruv. You know, we're going out to the pub in Manchester, right? No, I do the middle part myself. That's how I prefer to part my hair is down the middle and then down across the sides. They offered me a cuppa and then I tipped the man 50%. Even though this is the first time I looked at a haircut and thought, I maybe kind of don't like this. For those that are curious, Devontae and I did get haircuts at the same time. Matching haircuts. Because we're boy best friends. You can't even see it, but I was kicking my feet. That sucks. You can't even see it. Wait. You're gonna go back right now. Oh, really? Really, though? I told the man that I had no preference. I wanted a fade on the sides, and he asked usually what I like take it down to, and I said to skin, and I've had a low fade and a high fade, and I have no preference really. But I'm learning that I do have a preference. I really like a high fade because I don't like when the parts right above my ear get too long because I can't tuck them behind my ear because of how curly my hair is. So it looks like, and especially when I wear hats, it looks like I'm a little bouffalant. Like it just curls out from under. I don't like it. No, really, Nightly. I said I have no preference, and then he gave me a no preference haircut. And no, I have a preference. I think it was just that he took too much off the top. I would be a lot better with it if I had maybe half an inch more. Yes, Devante, yes. I said a little off the top, and then he said, oh, and we'll cut the top down short to match the sides. Not like to skin, but like, you know, short. And I thought that he was just like gonna cut off some, but like, no, he like, I do understand that you can't really blend much on a high fade and a long top. I get that. So I should have asked for more of an undercut then. That's on me. Namona, you're right in front of me. Why are you calling out to me? Ooh, 2 notches on your hat. Your hair is really curly, though. You got a lot more hair, and it's dense. You got a thick head of hair. You got a fucking dense head. It definitely does look cute. I thought it looked cute from the moment you showed it to me. Just saying. Uh-oh, the girls are fighting. And they're fighting over me. I just want to play the game. Please, I just want to play the game. I have been talking my ears, my ass off, and I have not been getting through the tutorial. I understand, but like, I just want to play the game. Here's the thing about it though, because we're 3 hours into stream and it's 11 o'clock, we're gonna get to the point where I'm no longer a tutorial and then we're calling it for the night. So like actually we're getting to the like wrapping up stream part. But like I just want to play the game. Also, Foxy Squid, did either of you clip the foot clap earlier? So true. My mistake. So you see, my brand is actually trash content. God, can I just Oh yeah, we got Rally House going. I said, fuck the game music. Literally turned it off. Mm, do I want to buy an early muscle band? I think I do want to buy an early muscle band. Maybe I'll go until we get through Katie. Or until we get through Clough. I think I can go until we get through Clough. Reaps. Oh, okay. Apparently Sarge is too weak. Ghoulish and Kate, you're still watching? Don't, because I am murdering Mareeps. Oh, I don't have big jump. That's right. Oh, my little unpowered beast. Little twink of a Koridon. Okay, no, no, we're going to Katie. We're going to Katie. We are going to Katie. They make you uncomfortable. Why you say that? Ooh. Should we do a, what is it? Oh my god. It's not a Oikalone. It's the little one. Cannot think of it. I really need to train a little bit, not gonna lie. How are you losing to a Mareep? Answer me honestly. Oh my god. You're level 9. This is ridiculous. Well, Devante, you could play this one and then we could do a little battle like every gym. My god, Pichu, you're fucking weak.
Oh, never mind. Foxy's is 2 if that makes you feel better. Ooh, a Starly. We're level 13. Katie has a level 14 Teddy Ursa. We can go right to Katie. We're fine. Here I am thinking that we need to train up. No, we're fine. I ran into something. Beating up Starlies. Ooh, I think this young goose is gonna take me out of one hit. Yeah, yeah. Pretend you see nothing, you see nothing. I'm a really good Pokemon player, I promise. This is awkward. Maybe we'll only get through Katie tonight. Instead of going all the way to Cloth. Ooh, pics in the Discord? Hey, stop hurting me. Do you measure with your heart? Because I do. I'm going to be honest. Yes, Devante, exactly. Baking is a science, but like cooking is an art. It is two different vibes. Ankle breaker. Squid just needs to get good. And you can quote me on that. Oh, hi, Smoliv. I don't want to run into you, actually. And I ran into Diglett. Was that for your leavening agents? Baking soda, baking powder? Hey, you have arena trap? No, I'm gonna die! No! Oh my god, Diglett, just kill me. Fuck. I have no moves that can hit you, Diglett. I need you to kill me. Oh my god. What thrilling content. Yes! Yes! And now, to avenge you. Are they like gothic and jewel toned? I don't know why, but I feel like you would really enjoy some like stained glass style measuring cups. Not, well, maybe made of glass, but like that would just be very, very impractical. Colby. I bought Ghoulish a like stained glass teacup one year for her birthday. It didn't survive the shipping. I should have known. Oh, yeah, 1000%. I am all like, I love me some good aesthetic kitchen, but also if it's just not, if like function over form for the kitchen stuff. I'm gonna be so honest. I have to be able to use it, and I have to be able to use it easily, accessibly, you know, like I can't just be running around the countryside doing everything to show off my kitchen gear. It's just not going to work like that. Show me super potion. Oh, hyper potion. Close enough. Shipping is such a crapshoot. Yeah, I should have insured it because it was coming from England. Like, I should have known. I should have known. But I thought, there's a chance. There's a chance. And if there was a chance, then I believe it was a very, very small chance. And I am usually not that lucky of a person. Oh, right, you don't have wings. You little twink. Twink of a Coridon. Fido? I already have you. I already have you. I think I can get an Eevee out here, though. Three of the same cup and still think you should have gotten more. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. If they're a good cup, absolutely. Walmart did a sale. They had it as like a seasonal stock item years ago, but they did like metal cups, and it's just your standard like metal rim and like that much of a metal band before they dipped it in color below that. And fuck you, Eevee. And they stuck some cheesy, like, one of the cups says dance fuel. There's another one that says whiskey tango foxtrot. You know, they were really going for like something. They were really going for something. But they're good cups. I bought 12 of them. They're good cups. I think about it all the time. And I'm sure they don't sell it anymore because it's Spirit Halloween. You know, they're all about just this like seasonal pop-up, and then next year's stuff is going to be almost entirely different. Best home essentials. These are the real conversations. We really should be talking about how Pioneer Woman changes her stuff every year. And I will admit, it's a vibe to an extent. You know, like if I were a Mormon woman who was looking to be a homesteader with like 5 kids and be stay at home and maybe make some content on the side for like $200 a month to pay for whatever, you know, then yeah, Pioneer Woman would absolutely be up my alley. But you see, I am not that. I am not that. I think I've encountered all of the Pokemon in this area, so I should be fine on the Dex front. Should we get a Deerling when they become available? Should we be gay and get a Deerling? A little Sawsbuck, a little seasonal Sawsbuck. Oh, Choodle, I haven't encountered you yet. Apparently I have encountered you. Let's talk about the F word. Wait, I don't think I know that. I wouldn't put it past Dua Lipa. Not gonna lie. If there's one thing the pop queens love to talk about, it's their inability to say the word faggot. Controversial. Controversial take. I think it's okay for them to say twink derogatory, but I am personally drawing the line at faggot. Oh, that's a spider on my TV? Hello? Hello? Uh-uh. No, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Where did you go? Did I just imagine it? What is going on? You might get crotch shot. I apologize. Where are you? We are full stop derailing stream because I am not doing this with a spider on the desk. Absolutely not. Ah, ah, ah. I think I found you. You're an ant? What? Come on, bud. Come on, I know you want the finger. It's got all the pheromones. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't do this. Oh, you're so fucking stupid. Come on. I left the sticky note. You're on the ground somewhere now. I'm okay with you being on the ground. You can exist on the ground. I don't know where, but you can exist on the ground. Okay, I really do need to confirm that there are no spiders on my desk though. Sorry, but like I need this. I think we're good. Oh, you found your cup on eBay? Oh, so good. And another ant? Maybe that's the same ant because you did fall on the floor and I wasn't able to find you. I don't fucking know. Anyway. Weird that I've got ants in my house now. I'm not eating it. Don't even. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? I wouldn't mind if it was Tom Holland. Just saying. Knightley, I think that has earned a pin. Okay, but what is defined as lowball? No, I want to heal. Shit. What is being defined as lowball? Like $5? Because throw that out now. 80 to 160? Is it first edition and signed? Ugh, not something being in the other eye. Okay. Monsieur Ant, I do have to say, with you being on the ceiling like that, I don't appreciate it. You do look very spider-like. Figure it out. How to do something art stuff at the shop. Oh, okay. I guess I can understand that price then because, you know, normal textbooks are still running at like $300-400, so 160 is way better. And 35 is even way better, but still. And besides, everything nowadays you can definitely pirate and find online for free. Do you remember when I said that we were just going to go straight to Katie, and here I am looking around the town for shit to just pocket that I'm not even ever going to use? I'm a little loot goblin. I didn't really think it was possible in Pokemon, but yet here I am. Hey, you could be the people that make it available for free. Be the change you want to see in the world. Foxy, I pretend I do not see. No, really, Devante, it's bad. It's bad. Like, I want to collect it, and then it's never going to get used because I am nothing if not a collector. Can your stat thing for Spotify call me a faggot? I'm not interested if it can't. Limited size inventory. Hates to see me coming. Did you fall from the ceiling? Sorry, ant was just crawling on my leg. This ant is guest starring at this point. It's becoming a major plot point in the stream. Ooh. And, you know, there's 16 of those. You should get like a Steam achievement. Name one song in the key of F sharp minor. I got a song for y'all. You're gonna love this one. It is unfortunately not blooping. Although Foxy and Squid are definitely going to appreciate this. No, the fuck are you doing? Come on. This way. Hello? That is not the direction I am saying we're going in. Fix this immediately. Thank you. There, I'll turn it all the way up. It's a club remix, so it might take a bit to actually... Yeah. So, basically, what we're gonna do is... dance. Latte, are you going for the Borat impression? I'd like for you to be going toward moving up here. But you see, that's just not happening. I mean, you'll be moving closer to me soon, yes, but you're not moving to me soon. Basically, what we're gonna do is dance. We can have late night nachos. Just get a little rotisserie chicken and shred that up real quick. Cook up some ground beef and season it. And then you take a jalapeno and you chop it. Chop it, chop it, chop it. Is that F sharp minor though? Or is it F sharp major? Aroused by Tom Veck. I'll give it a listen. Oh! 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 Oh shit! Did y'all see that? I just got beat the fuck up. I did request minor. F sharp minor. Okay, rest in fucking peace to Pichu. We're never gonna get you to be a Pikachu at this rate. This is a really bad idea to send in Eevee when Rover is so low on health. And Teddy Ursa is just gonna start cranking up the... Do you lower attack? No, you don't. We'll do some sand attacks, actually, because Fury Cutter has very low accuracy anyway. Not very low, but low enough. I mean, Foxy, it could be. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't mind. But we are very close to ending stream. I don't feel like a vibe shift is gonna be worth it. Oh, that hurt. That really hurt. Fuck you. Well, I guess Eevee is gonna stay in and sand attack again. And maybe Fury Cutter will... Nope. You're 2 sand attacks in and you're still hitting Fury Cutters. That sucks. Okay, I will end with Bloopin, okay? Ooh, shit. Yes, miss. Yes. Hell yes. Get fucked, Teddy Ursa. I am gonna be real honest. They gave Ursa Ring an evolution in Legends Arceus, but then locked it to that game specifically. Like, you cannot achieve an Ursaluna unless you are in Legends Arceus. And I hate that. I hate that. I kind of understand why, but like there are other evolutions from Legends Arceus that you can get in this game. But Hisui and Lilligant and Ursaluna are, and Weirdeer, they give you Stantler in this game, but you cannot get a Weirdeer. I just think that that is stupid. Like, I do kind of want to know what the canonical reason is for some Pokemon lines to lose the ability to evolve. What is it about their like growth and their adaptation to modern times that cause them to lose the ability to evolve? You know, if there are any like Pokemon professors in chat, maybe. You're saying that Ursaring wants to keep itself as an Ursaring instead of becoming an Ursaluna? I could kind of understand Lilligant because it becomes a different version of itself, which like lends to modern day adaptation. It doesn't quite have to fend for itself. It doesn't have to be like a fighter and survive in the wild the way that it used to in Hisui. But still. And Basculin, I guess I can kind of understand because it's a very specific form of Basculin that can evolve. That Basculin did adapt away from white stripe form. It became a red or a blue stripe, but only the white stripe form is what actually, I guess like back in old Hisui, it was also the red stripe form, but that it was a different shade of red. There's a whole thing about it. But blue or red modern day Basculin can't evolve. Arouse is an F sharp minor. Okay. Okay. I will give it a listen. All right. Switch to just chatting. Bloopin. The things I do for boy best friends. Ooh, did you see that little bit of thigh? Yeah. She been working out. Anyway. Escandalo? No. What is Escandalo is me in the gym shower on Sniffies trying to hook up. That's Escandalo.
They're gonna pull my gym membership one day. It's gonna happen. Oh, Devonte, let's not. Let's not. Okay, we've moved on. We're in a different blooping now. It runs in the same vein as a certain black and orange app. Yes. It is considered lifestyle social media. Um, Also, there is no app on the App Store for it. It's a tried and true web application. F sharp minor. F sharp minor. F sharp minor would be the correlating minor to D sharp minor or D sharp major. That's interesting that there are a lot of tracks in F sharp minor. No, actually, now that I think about it, I did a song in choir in F sharp minor, and that was actually very easy to sing as a tenor. There are some keys like E major, E flat major. D major was hard, but E major was fine, which is weird because it's technically like a whole step up from D. If you know anything about music, like written theory. Fart barf. Fart barf. Fart barf. Got it. Okay. Um Anyway, if you know anything about music theory, E major is technically a whole step up from D major. And you know, you would think that going higher would equate to song is worse to sing in. But I if I remember correctly, D major has a lot of chord structures. And I guess like Panopticon by Fartbarf. Okay, I will also give that a listen. But chord structure wise, and I guess the way that they're like splitting voicing for a lot of standard chorus, you have the fifth in tenor parts. Altos usually take the third, and then sopranos and basses are on the root. They're on the ones. So tenors are having to do D, F sharp, A, and that's a very unsustainable note for a long period of time. Or they love to just give us a D above C and say, sing that sustained, do that. But E major would give you E, G, B natural. And that sits a little better in a tenor range because mid C is where we love to be. C in the middle of the staff between the treble clef and the bass clef. But for some reason, A has just really bad tonality, and it's not a comfortable, A natural is not a comfortable note to sing, even though it is a whole step below B natural. And D also has really bad tonality with our timbre. But E and B are fine. It's when they give us the G above the middle C, G and lower treble clef, That's usually at the top of most tenor ranges. That has some issues. But you can sing quite a bit E natural as long as you're like good with tone. You can do that fine. D sharp major. I'm trying to think if I have sang anything in D sharp major and nothing is coming to mind. But that's okay. All right. We did a damn near 4-hour stream tonight. Impromptu. We made it through tutorial. It took 3 goddamn hours, but we made it through tutorial. And we beat our first gym. Yay. Maps and atlases. Solid ground. Okay. I have a lot. I have a lot that I need to listen to. Let's get... Is that going to open? I'm clicking on the... That's weird. Let me just select copy C, open up a browser, and dump in the YouTube address, and then I can start drafting all of the other song recs before I lose them in chat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why are we doing this? Oh my god. Why are we doing this? Hang on. Hold up. Computer is freaking out. Sorry. Un momento. Are you paused? You're paused. Wonderful. I think we're back. And yeah, that ant came for my jugular. It unplugged stream. Quite literally opening another browser and trying to get the YouTube video going was enough to like stop the CPU from functioning well. But we're back. We're good. We're Gucci. Goochin'. Solid Ground Panopticon by Fart Barf. Such a weird fucking... Okay. Picture. And I think there was one other. There was Aroused by Tom Beck. Picture. Cool. Okay. Is everybody back from their ad break? Oh, God. Sorry. The mic is way closer to me than usual. Is everybody back from their ad break? I was telling Ghoulish this earlier, that when I'm ready to start like actively making money, I might make ASMR stream a sub goal. A bit of a delay in it, bruv. Fix your stream, bruv. Fix your internet. Fix your Wi-Fi. Anyway. Okay. I think it is time. I need to go snort some cocaine, and I can't do that on camera. So, I love you all. It is time to go. Bye.